Hey guys, we're back for some more Dark Souls. This is post-recording, guys. There was a problem, there was an error, I was unable, I don't know, something happened with the original, like it just didn't record my audio. Maybe I muted myself, I'm not sure, I don't know what the problem is. But anyways, this is post-commentary, so for once we're going to try this, me just sitting back here and relaxing and me watching myself play, which should be highly entertaining because now I can criticize myself. I was going to bring up a point that I was going to go and get myself a stronger weapon, but I decided against it. Well, I mean, not decided against it. Well, yeah, I guess I did decide against it because, you see, I would have to kill a boss, and I really didn't want to leave this area and do all that backtracking to pick that stuff up and blah, 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 blah. It was been a pain in the butt. And a lot of off-air time, and I just really wanted to kill this guy since I was down here. So I decided to give the whole longsword and lightning thing another whirl. How does it turn out? Well, we'll find out. This guy, you know, he gave me a lot of trouble in the last fight, if you remember. In my last attempt at this, he was quite a bastard. I thought I had him. He only had one hit left. It was just, it didn't turn out well. It was so bad too, because he only had one hit. I could have swore he only had one hit, but oh well. Yeah, my goal right now as I'm fighting this guy is really to just try and just kill him, because I was just so tired of this guy at this point. I really didn't show it during the commentary at the time, but you know, that death that he did to me really, I don't know, you could say it hurt my ego a little bit, because I mean, I don't fight this guy too much. Like I mentioned in my last video, I normally just skip this guy. I mean, he has a lot of souls, and he probably is worth killing just because of that. But I don't know. And usually when I do fight this guy, I usually have a better weapon than what I have, because at this point, it's still a straight sword. It's just not cutting it. It just is not cutting it. Ugh. I'm just picking at this guy so slowly. Yeah, and he grabs me here. Yeah, I go into shock here because he just grabs me, starts munching on me, kills me. That was horrible what happened to me there. I really didn't expect him to grab me at the side like that. That really threw me off guard. I really wish you guys could have heard my reaction when he did that to me. It wasn't anything glorious, and I wasn't rage-filled or anything like that, but I still reacted to it. That's for sure. I really should cut this part out. I really should have cut this part out, because all it is me just walking back there. I didn't cut any of this out. I really should have. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. I mean, it's not too late. I could, but I'm in relaxation mode, and I'm just trying to take it easy and see how this post-commentary works, since I'm not looking forward to it. There's going to be a little bit more after this that's going to be post-commentary, but another part of it will be live commentary. Actually, I don't have a whole lot as far as a file there. I might just go ahead and tack that on and see. Actually, I could see. I wonder if I could do that right now as I'm commentating. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, I wanted to bring up a good point here with this guy. You should go ahead, if you got the extra souls, and you should buy these gold pine resins. They will really help you out a lot early game, because they do an extraordinary amount of damage at early game. It's quite nice, honestly. So yeah, now anyways, back to my original suggestion. Can I just drop this in? No, it won't let me drop it in when I'm doing this. Nah, that's fine. I guess I'll do it later after I stop the recording. So yeah, let's give this guy another shot. Yeah, this is when I get tired of it, and I decide to just go straight for pine resin because I went ahead and bought the pine resin because I was just so tired of this guy that I just bought the pine resin. And I don't know if I abused 2 pine resins or not during this, but I just wanted this guy so dead at this point because I was really starting to get tired of him. Between, you know, the whole one hit left thing and then him grabbing me just out of nowhere, I really wasn't expecting that. I was done. And thanks to see here, folks, lightning pine resin does really good stuff. Really good stuff. And of course, you know, the head is his weak spot. I don't know if I mentioned that before. It should be quite obvious when you do more damage to the head than the rest of them. But I thought I should just bring that up. Yeah, I'm just chipping away at him. He should be dead pretty soon. Let me see. Do I put on any more gold pine resin? I don't think so. I think I just kind of take him out. And I think I also come to the realization that I think that my +5 sword when I'm two-handed does more damage than the Estus straight sword. And that just blows my mind if that was true. I was just really just blown away by that. He's gonna die real soon. Real soon. Yep, there we go. I was so happy at this point to kill this guy because he was just, oh, I was really irritated with him by then. And what I do here is a long, tedious walk back to the bonfire because I didn't have enough sense to just cut it after the fight and just do this off camera. I don't know why I decided to show this. Again, I should just cut it, but I can't do that while I'm recording like this. Or, you know, just doing post commentary. I don't know what the... Yeah, I think I killed that rep because I was just seeing if he would chop a humanity or not. Just generally wasting time. Yep, just generally wasting time. Wow, this is boring. I really should cut this. Well, I guess it does show me leveling up. I guess this isn't too bad. Yeah, my thinking here was I wanted some more attunement slots because I was going to get more miracles soon. And more endurance, more vitality, more faith. You know, just the standards, really. I mean, that's all I'm going to be upgrading. It's just those 4 things. Because I don't know if I've gone over this. In fact, I can talk about this while you watch this incredibly boring footage of me just wandering through. And if something interesting does happen, I might talk about it. But here's a side note. The rest of those statuses there, I mean not statuses, but parameters there, don't really matter for this class. Like, intelligence is useless unless you're making an intelligence build. You know, my strength and dexterity are as high as I want them to be because it allows me to use the weapons that I want to use at this point. So there's no point messing with that. Resistance is an utterly useless ability. The only time that is useful is yeah, it does increase your physical resistance and your fire resistance by, you know, a little bit more than if you was to just do it without putting points into it, just by leveling up naturally, because you gain more defenses if you just level up naturally, just by putting points into faith or, you know, strength or just vitality or anything really. But if you put points into resistance, then that directly affects and gives you more bonuses. I don't really see how the bonuses it gives you really is worth it. It doesn't seem like it's a huge amount more that it does give you. Granted, it also gives you more resistance to poison and toxin and stuff like that. So that could be awkwardly useful as well. Another thing that it does is it reduces the amount of damage that PvE enemies do to you. Not player versus player. It won't reduce the amount of damage that a player does to you. But there's this little hidden stat that's in the game. At least that's what I read and the way I understand it. that if you put points to resistances, it lowers the amount of damage that normal type enemies, just like computer enemies, will do to you. From what I understand. Strange, I didn't kill the rat. I wonder why I didn't kill the rat. To be honest with you guys, I can't remember what I was rambling about as far as the actual in the game. I mean, I just did this, and you would think I remember what I said and what I did and what I was thinking as far as when I was going through all this, but I don't. I was probably moaning and bitching that I probably should have cut this out, and I probably shouldn't have left this in here. Because nothing is really going on here, to be perfectly frank. Yeah, actually I do cut up ahead. I can see it ahead in the timeline. Yeah, here is what I'm talking about as far as I'm going to go now and I'm going to take out that, you know, so I can get that better weapon, and I'm going to cut that out so you guys don't have to see me run over there. See, we jumped right there immediately, instantly. We're at Andre, and we're fixing to head into a place called the Forest. I haven't shown the Forest yet in this play. So we're going to go and pick up this upgrade item that we gotta kill a boss for. The boss in question isn't a particularly tough boss if you've upgraded yourself, at least to some extent. The problem with this boss is there's not a whole lot of people that usually have an answer for this guy because of his attacks, and they don't know how to dodge him, and they don't know how to deal with him. And there's another thing, these tree people, I forgot about these guys. These guys, when you kill them, they drop either, the purple moss clump, red moss clumps, or blooming moss clumps. Purple moss clump will cure you of poison. The red moss clump will cure you of bleeding when you get that going on. And the blooming moss clump will cure you of both toxin and poison. Toxin is extremely important because it's no joke in this game, as I mentioned before. I think from what I read, depending on where you get the source from, like the blow dart snipers, the guys that you're going to get toxic from probably the most often in the game, I think the damage it does to you is 14 health per tick that it does. In-game tick. I don't know what the counter is. It might be, 14 HP per second. I think that's what a tick is. I'm not sure. But it's significant. It's quite large. And especially if you're low vitality. Oh, it would just absolutely murder you. I decided to go over here and sit down and take advantage because I was pretty sure that I might die against this guy. And I was right, actually. I remember this fight the first time. Something that I can add here that I didn't add in the commentary. Remember, I never go over there on that right path over there and grab that item. It's just not worth it because you'll wake a lot of angry things, and they're always angry at you once you grab it, so there's no point. Another thing I want to bring up here is the reason I'm not going through the middle is because these really large, nasty stone giants, and I believe the weapon I have right now just cannot stand up against them. Like, I cannot kill them fast enough. And they have this really nasty spell that is quite crippling early on when you're low level and you don't have a very good shield. By the way, those snake things can actually drop egg vermuges or something, I think is what they're called. What do those do? Well, they cure you if you get a parasitic infection. And this was just stupid right here. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just wanted to see if I could kill him, like if I did do enough damage. I'm literally shitting rocks right here now, folks, when I'm doing this. And I couldn't go up the stairs, and I was kind of mad about that. So I decided to block as what I can and got away. I thought for sure I was out of range of that. And that was a very good, just quick turnaround block, if I say so myself. I decided to run ass because, yeah, that guy was just destroying me. So now I'm at low health, but luckily the Moonlight Butterfly here takes a while before he gets down here, so it gave me enough time to heal, thank Jesus. But, yeah, this, oh, my computer went to black screen. I hope that doesn't interfere with anything. Nah, didn't seem to. But Yeah, this, as you can see, he hurts, you know, and my shield sucks against this guy. I can't block his attacks with my shield, so I'm forced to roll. Now that move right there, the really slow semi-homing thing, that's really easy to dodge. Like I don't ever get hit by that. The beam can be difficult if he hits you with it when you're not expecting it. I was really surprised I was able to get that heal off there. But the spirit thing, I don't know, he misses, sometimes he hits, sometimes he hits you with it and you're not really expecting it. It's a very wild kind of attack. Sometimes you feel like you shouldn't get hit by it, and sometimes you feel like, man, I should have got hit by that. Now here's where it gets interesting, because I start to tear into this guy. What I didn't know at the time, though, and I find out later, is that what I really should have been doing is just one-handing that and hitting him with it, because the majority of my damage is coming from the resin, not from the weapon that I'm using. So I should hit him more often with a single-handed attack and get more hits in, thus doing more damage in the long run. And I think I get clipped here. Yeah, I was kind of upset over that. Yeah, I was sweating bullets here now, and I was praying that I could get this heal off. And I do, but he still clips me with it. And just think, folks, I'm taking reduced damage here because I'm a faith build. And I've been putting some good points in the faith, so I got some decent magic resist right now. So keep that in mind here, if you decide to fight this guy on your own. There is an NP summon that you can get for this fight to help you out by, I think her name is Beatrice. And she makes this fight just completely insignificant. Like, if you have Beatrice, yeah, and I die here, I really wasn't expecting that attack. I know that he can do this move, I just wasn't expecting him to do it, because I thought he didn't do it until he had a much lower life bar. But I guess I was wrong. And this is the point where I get a little frustrated, and I decide to go get a better shield to help me out, because I know where there's a much better shield to deal with this fight. So I go to grab that. This should be just a quick cut here, upcoming soon. Yeah, there we go. The shield that I picked up here is called the Crest Shield, and I begin to show and advertise what the difference is. If I would speed up so I can explain it fast. This is the shield I currently have, the Dragon Crest. As you can see, it has 85 fire resist, which is really good. 45 lightning resist, which is meh. Not really that good. It has decent stability, but if you look at its magic, which is what the Moonlight Butterfly does, the magic is only 20%. Now, if you look at the new shield that we just picked up, the Crest Shield, that has 80% magic block. That's really handy for this fight. And will definitely make your life easier. And once again, I don't cut here because I'm just a complete idiot when it comes to this recording stuff, and I don't know, I just ramble, and I think I have something important to talk about. I mean, I know I could do it here in post, and I brought this up many times. It's just, I don't know, I just feel like relaxing, just sitting here and talking over this. Just take it easy for once while I'm doing this stuff. It's amazing, actually, how much more difficult it is to play a game and talk and concentrate and be able to play well at the same time. It really is. I mean, it can be done, obviously, but it takes some focus off of you, just a bit. I mean, I'm not making that as an excuse for any poor play that you ever may see from me, but please keep in mind that it does hinder somewhat. We're going to go round 2 against this guy. And I can't remember, but I think we were successful here. Now watch how effective this shield is. It's night and day, the difference. It's really quite amazing. Now we just roll out of that way because that thing is so slow you really shouldn't get hit by him. It says that you wouldn't want to block that anyways. Look at that. I mean, that is amazing. I mean, that was worth the trip. I mean, this shield is, I think, what carries me through this fight, if I'm not mistaken. Then just being more careful and more aware. But the shield definitely has something to do with it. I also bring up the fact, I don't know if I brought that up here or if I brought that up earlier, because, like I said, I've done 2 commentaries back to back, so If I repeat myself here, I apologize. But you can buy some black fire bombs. They're actually really pricey, to be perfectly honest. But you could just, you know, kill this guy with black fire bombs if you wanted to as well. That's an option. But if you don't want to waste all those souls doing that, I suggest that you just go human real fast, like summon Beatrice and just have her handle it. Now this is where I learned that I should just one hand and just, you know, just combo him. You see how much more damage I do there? Compared to, like, I mean, you know, I put all this in, and he's almost dead. Compared to last time when I did a little bit less than half of his health. So just getting the combo off and just having the lightning pine resin doing my work for me instead of the sword was a lot better idea. Now, if that was a plus 10 sword, that probably would be a different story, but it's only plus 5, so. I'd be really glad later on when I get some of the... I brought this up, I think, during the commentary. I'd be much happier when I get access to some of the higher level spells and abilities and equipment, because when that happens, this character will be much better. And in fact, I can't even get the rings that I want until I get to a Norlando. If you notice, I'm not wearing any rings, really, because I'm not wearing the ones I want to wear. Interesting little note, though. After we get this upgrade thing... Actually, no, I won't spoil it for you. We'll get there. And I just finished them off just straight up. I don't even apply the pine resin the second time because... yeah, I know I can get them. Moonlight Butterfly can be a tough fight if you're not prepared. Because really, the boss just comes out of nowhere. I mean, you're really not even prepared for it. We're going to go up the incredibly long stairway after we get our 10 grand, which is quite nice. Oh, also, the reason why we didn't summon Beatrice to help us in that fight anyways is because I am trying to go for a solo run here. And also, this is a PvP hot zone. That was another reason. We picked up the Divine Ember there, which is what I was looking for. And we're going to be coming to the end of this video soon. And I'll probably just go ahead and add the extra clip after this, just to make it somewhat coherent. So, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, this is the little extra clip that I decided to throw on here at last moment, just to make it more coherent, like I mentioned before. And as you see here, we're giving the blacksmith here the ember.
I can produce divine weapons with a flame
yeah.
such as that. Well,
yeah, yep. Alright. Now I make a critical error here. It's actually quite funny. I make a critical error here. What I do here is I go through all this trouble to get this, but because I was thinking of a previous run that I didn't have any green Titanite shards, which just blew me away. I could have swore I had green Titanite shards with this character, but it was indeed another character that I was thinking of. So, what's going to happen here is, I think after I realize this, I wander around aimlessly and nothing is accomplished. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut it here, save you the time, and I will just see you guys in the next episode, because I don't think anything important or exciting happens after this. So, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.